Greeting rejects, I am Iron Gold, and welcome to the first video in the series I'm starting called Auric Anatomy, and also my first commentary video for the channel, where we're basically going to be just going through Auric matches that I've had and kind of analyzing what went well, what didn't. Hopefully I'm going to have, a specific theme or something to go along with each video. That you'll be able to take something away from.
See how long I live.
Gotta pause for a little bit here while he talks. So we're gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. The audio quality may not be too great. This is my first time recording. I'm not gonna spend too much time running around in Audacity trying to figure out compression and equalization and all that sort of stuff. I'll look it up for the next video. For now, I'm just starting off by typing a little message in the chat saying, yeah, we'll be alright, just don't get separated. Saying that because I see some lower levels in here. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the match is going to be more difficult per se. However, generally, it can be, an alright indicator.
Go anywhere, anytime, whatever the fuck you want to do, because you can just dump on the aggro to everybody else. So it's up to you.
Yeah, so starting off here, we got Psyker, Slab, I'm running Zealot, and then I believe, we have another Zealot here as well.
Hey.
In the chat, I don't know if you can hear the other person on voice chat here actually in the game. Just random Q. But he's, talking about using stealth on Zealot, and I'm basically just saying I brought it just for revives. You can see here I do have a mod installed so that when I pull up the chat box, I do automatically block any of you with significant others that you actually need to respond to over text and such, and can't just binge. Darktide missions will know how helpful that can be, how annoying it can be to be down when you really just want to get a quick text off. Here I should be breaking out that flamer. However, they started to get a little close. Just pop the stealth. Didn't want to let aggro go too long off of me. I do want to try and stay frontlining it a little bit, kind of help our open out. So I immediately, took advantage of that extra crit. So far, we are doing pretty dang well. Getting a couple waves of specialist here, but it's really no problem. While maintaining good health up until you took that burster there, but that's alright. Just kind of putting some space in between us and the gas and the choke point. I missed that dog there. I probably could have kept it off of him. But I did immediately get it off of him, which is something that personally I like to see not only for myself, but other players as well. Especially in these Auric Maelstrom missions, things can fall apart pretty quickly, so it can be pretty dang helpful to relieve your teammates of those disablers and trap movements as much as you can. I know personally, when I get trapped up, I'm immediately raging, stuck there not being able to play the game. So relieving that as soon as possible can be a nice help. Alright. So we have had our first down, and now we're coming up on our first monstrosity here. And you'll see the first kind of error that's happening here is that we allow these bulwarks to split us up. And, I lose my turn before I go after them with the flamer. I'm a zealot, what can I say? But now I'm heading over towards the monstrosity. You know how frustrating it can be when you are the one getting just trapped in the corner for 3 to 4 attack combinations instead of just the normal one. Right there I was just using the stealth as the Emperor intended, to choose my weapon I grab. Gonna pop it again real quick just to get behind that Pox Flamer. Don't want him chunking up this little alley that we're fighting on.
Into shadow, out of sight.
We have had our first actual death. However, we're going to finish off the Chaos Spawn. I'm going to include some nice panic slashes. This is something you'll probably have to just get used to if you want to keep watching these videos. And now, especially in Auric Maelstrom, I always like to prioritize speedy revives as soon as possible, even if it's just for the reason of having another body to pull aggro. Kind of split up here again, not really too much of a problem. Got a little bit of time to set up and stage here for this wave of Poxons coming in. Most people would say pull out the Flamer. It's not something I'm going to do here. Just getting completely caught up in my panic slashing. But sometimes that's the fun of it, and it seems to work out pretty well for me. Taking a step back, I'm assuming that, trappers are going to have a 100% success rate on teammates, and just trying to stick around and make sure nobody gets stuck. Almost let myself get trapped in a corner here, just gonna stealth my way out of it. And now at this point, I'm just kind of scrounging around for materials, stones, anything I can use, maybe trying to intercept any additional patrols or specialists that are going to make their way over, just to try and keep them from getting to my team. Speak of the devil, Ogren gets trapped, that's alright, I just activate my stealth, I can run right over. You'll see there that as soon as I ran over, I don't know if this is technically more optimal or not, but I stopped and pushed just to hopefully interrupt any attacks already in motion, because then I can get the actual net off, hopefully before those enemies have recovered from that stack. Doing a better job keeping the dogs off here. Our vet takes, correction, our zealot takes another Pox Burster there. He's been eating those up, but that's actually alright, because we're able to just pick him back up and keep going. And that's kind of going to be the theme for this video, is that as long as the players are sticking around in the match and, trying to, whatever their ability level is, we're going to keep making slow progress here. We just had our first player leave. I do believe we're going to get a replacement a little bit later on, though. But this is the beginning of the bot invasion. You can see already we're kind of slowing down with this bot. So let's go and get the battery started for us. We're going to get a small little wave of Ragers in here. I'm just trying to peel for them. I already know that he's having problems keeping himself up. That's no big deal. I'm just going to try and position myself a little bit closer. Avoid that trapper there. Some more panic slashes. All good stuff. Here we go. This is a classic of mine. Just strafing left and right and holding down the heavy attack stab. Here we go, just trying to keep the bots up like I was talking about with the bodies. Something to draw aggro. And you can see with this bot here, even though we got the event started, we're not making any progress at all. And a lot of you may be thinking, like I'm the only one who does anything in these events anyways, in your own games. And you know, that can be true, but especially more so with one bot, because they're guaranteed not to. And this is kind of the beginning in this match here of the Tox Bombers just kind of coding the areas of the map we're headed to. I'm not going to be able to keep those Pox Bursters off that Ogre. He's going to tough it out. We're going to try and peel for him a little bit. Just dodging backwards while charging one of those heavy stabs. Trying to poke those Ragers in the head as they go. Just going to pop Stealth here again. 5 Zealot. A couple Panic pushes. And then backing our way out of the gas, going for the Tox Bomber. And then just trying to regroup with our Ogren, trying to establish, you know, some sort of cohesion. We have full players again. You can see the gas really starting to make its impact, just kind of chipping away, adding corruption to my fellow rejects here. At this point, I'm just going to head for the batteries to get them in. Just because I want to start making maybe some kind of progress, see if we can possibly kind of brute force our way out of this by pulling everyone forwards. Here we go, we got the Pox Gas in multiple locations, some Pox Bursters. Veterans on the run, our Ogren's down. Hero Crusher behind me. Got a stealth to avoid that Trapper, and then we're going to grab that Ogren, just because we want the big guy standing up. Take care of that Trapper real quick, and try and circle around to the other side. Honestly, I should have been possibly repositioning to the left here instead of right, and then going after it with the Flamer to try and just break it open. You'll see I'm going to get stuck here against the Horde, not able to really grab this bot. Finally opening up the Flamer there, it's probably about time. Holding, block, and praying there. And then now we get our chance to revive that bot again, and you'll see we're up to 2 bots, and at this point it's just going to become increasingly more difficult to make any progress. And this is kind of the beginning of the end. Even though we do have another player rejoin, they're going to get pretty much nuked almost absolutely instantly. I'm just going to send them right back into the game. There we go. And if any of you have ever been in this position before, you'll kind of realize, like, unless we get some more players joining, it's going to be pretty much over here. To 2 bots again, our Logan's on low health. It's just not looking good. And there's especially really, you know, no way without just abusing the stealth and hoping for a good security code pattern on that Auspex that I'll be able to continue pulling that train out of the way if it gets stuck. A little bit of panic slashing. We are going to get a chance to revive the Ogren though. However, after getting back up, he is going to make his way out dip. And that's pretty much going to sign the end of the game there. The rest of it is pretty much just going to be me picking up bots and, you know, doing my best to develop carpal tunnel. And the point I really want to make for this video is that even if you feel like you're getting stomped at Auric and you get it, you know, becoming unmotivated, if you stick in the match, especially if you've got someone that's shown that they're going to be able to keep picking you back up, maybe stick with it. You know, you'll be surprised how much progress we can kind of brute force if we've got 4 real players throwing themselves at it, with at least, you know, someone able to pick them up then. Now, I definitely didn't play perfect here. I'm not even going to claim to. And I think that's pretty much where I'm going to leave the video here, guys. I'd like to see more people stay in matches. I encourage you to, you know, if you've got the patience to go down a time or two again, you're only going to keep getting better, unless you're just too upset, in which case, you know, we've all been there. Yeah, guys, Auric Maelstrom is much more technically difficult. But if you have the patience and a team behind you, you guys can't make it through. I'd like to see more people try it, because, you know, this is a really fun game. It's a game mode I really enjoy. I find it personally, you know, still very challenging. And I would like my teammates to kind of experience that same enjoyment along with me. Never had to end a video before, so, this is it.
Emperor, walk with me in this shadow. Your days are not the sniper is ended. There are miles to go before we rest, Templar. The Emperor died by hand, the body is saved. The light is fading. Do not abandon